Once again, I am flying through the northern edge of the Chaotica, looking out at the northern desert via this flight rune right here. There is the Chaotica. You can see there is the manor above the first auto sorter. Actually, it might be the second auto sorter. I can't really remember. I think there was a first auto sorter. It might have been a first. There was a first auto sorter. I forgot about that auto sorter. So that would be the second auto sorter. Home B is over, under that spire there. I need to grow that section up. Right now, this is home C. Home C is right here in this box here. I am building this section up. I'm building this tower structure. This is a new experiment. I really like this lava core tower with these blocks on it. I like make these little block wings and then build a block on it. I kind of like this honey vibe. I don't really work with honey a lot. The honey update came out a while back, and I never really played with it. There's like some way you can climb up it. I don't know. I never really played with it. A lot of updates come out, and I don't even do. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I ignore it. One of the big ones that changed me recently was the one that extended the underground. The underground used to go down to 0. Now it goes to like negative whatever 62, negative 64. I don't know. And it came out with the deep slate and the tough. I loved that one. And then the tough was originally bad, and then it came out with this. You can work with tough now. Now tough has its own chiseled blocks and these lasagna blocks. I like that. I like making blocks more useful because if I were mining in the deep slate and I hit the tough and I had buildings nearby that was made out of tough, nope, that ain't happening. Ooh, what am I rocking right now? I loaded up on dark oak leaves and orange terracotta, and we're going to build a cube out of that right here. It's going to be a tall one because it's so the smaller the base, the taller it gets. Uh-oh, almost fell. Oh yeah, look at that, dropping leaves like a top. So while I'm making this cube, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about change. Change is a big deal. Updates and things. Minecraft's always updating. That's a change. And like I said, some of the updates I just ignore. I'm just like, okay, whatever. You got gas that you can ride on. That doesn't affect me much. That doesn't affect me much. But each update comes out with little hidden things that you don't know will affect you until it does. And you're like, oh, whatever, this auto farm that I made is broken now, you know? They nerfed something or they changed something. So with every update, there's little hidden changes that can completely change the workings of Minecraft in a subtle way. What was that? Oh, that's the leaves dropping. I saw something. I was like, oh, is there somebody on? No, right now it's early in the morning. The cats were hungry. They woke me up. I can't go back to sleep, so I'm staying up. I'm going to go out and have breakfast with friends once the missus wakes up. And that is another thing. Change is a constant, not just in Minecraft, but in life. Every day, something's going to be slightly different. You might think, oh, it doesn't affect you, but it compounds and it changes. Minecraft, I remember it used to be that grass and those stone blocks, you know, it used to be simple. I remember when jungles came out. Jungles haven't always been. I remember when parrots were a big deal. They're like, what, parrots? Now everybody's like, oh yeah, parrots, that's a Minecraft staple. You can go have a pet parrot. You can have pet pandas. All these things weren't always there. And that's what life is like. It's every day there's something a little new. And it compounds and you're going to be like, oh, it wasn't always like this. It was completely different a decade ago. And Novylen server is the epitome of that. Novylen has been around 15 years. I think 2010 it started. And there were people on yesterday that was talking about it that were like, oh yeah, I remember this, and we have a mod on here that's been a mod on this continual server since 2011. That's a doozy. And that's a big deal. And they were talking about how, yeah, they don't think about it, but whenever they look back, they're like, oh yeah, lots of stuff has changed. And it hits. It's a slow process, but life is ever evolving, life is ever changing. And you got to adapt. You got to roll with it. You got to accept the changes, and you can choose to ignore them, like I do with a lot. But when I ignore them, eventually I'll see the changes and I'll be like, hey, that's kind of interesting. You know, this thing that I normally never did, like, you're like, oh wow. Like, one of the big ones, I've talked about it before, is the world of color. I love terracotta. It's the whole reason I live in this biome, is so I can get terracotta and make different colors. That's a big one. The copper one, that copper there, I didn't really care. I ignored copper. I'm like, what are you going to do with that? Until I realized that whenever I'm digging, it's literally everywhere. And so I ended up with lots of copper, and I'm like, okay, now what do I do with it? And a lot of people like building with copper, so sometimes I sell it. I put it in my shops and I sell it. But a lot of time I add it for, it shows weathering and age. Like right now, that's shiny there, and that shows that time's passed right there. And that's another thing I like putting in the Chaotica, is things that change with time. Like those vines there, I only put a few of them along the top, and they grow down, and they show that the Chaotica is older. There's vines there, and I'll put just a couple on the top of the very tallest buildings and let them grow, and it'll show that Chaotica is a somewhat living place. I love what do they call it? They call it solar punk. Solar punk is a sci-fi genre that the apocalypse happens, but whenever people survive after it, they go to solar. Everything's plants. The cities are covered in plants. I prefer solar punk over steampunk or what's the other one? The cyberpunk. Cyberpunk sees it as a capitalistic dystopian hellscape, and I have mentioned I would like Chaotica to look cyberpunky, because I want it to look like big old buildings stretching into the sky and the dark places underneath and having a skateboard. But I kind of like solar punk too. I want it to have green vines growing. I want it to have, I should build some solar panels. I think we're having an idea come up. Minecraft does have redstone, those things that sense the sun. I can make a big sheet of those and have it sitting with redstones. I need to play with redstone. And that's another thing, like when redstone, I still haven't completely mastered redstone. I have played with it, I have made some neat things with redstone over the years, but I'm no way a great like mumbo jumbo. I'm not a great one. I can look at I know the basics of computer science, and or gates, not gates, all those different things for logic. That's important for logic, and that's how computers work. But I need to make a room that has all those gates built out, so that I can just look at them and go, oh yeah, that's this. I should do that. I need a room of to-dos. I need a to-do room. Because today I was thinking, what kind of videos can I do? And I was like, I don't know. And I have an idea. My next good video that I have ready, it will be the trial shop. I need to do that one. Yeah. Now I'm just thinking. I went from changes to thinking about the future. And it's hard for me to stay focused. As anybody who's watching my videos know, focus is a hard thing for me, and that's why I make cubes. One inventory of it at a time. I can focus. Yeah, you can tell whenever I'm losing focus. It's about 1 cube's worth of time. Ooh, I want to make a glass area here. Let's do some glass. So, whenever I make a cube, I throw out a thing like this with the extra. And whenever I have a whole bunch of glass, I'll come back and fill it in and make it like a little glass, just to let sunlight down, get sunlight down into the depths. Like, let's see if there's another one around. I thought I built one. No, 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 no. Okay. Let's look over here. Ooh, yeah, right here. So this one, that one's blocked, so no sun's going to get to that, but it's going to be a little glass area right here. I'll have to throw a light here. Notice how it's dark. We do not want monsters spawning. So, that is the dark oak leaf orange cube. You can see through it. Ooh, look at that. It drops leaves underneath. Weird little thing. And it got me to think about change and how to deal with change in life. Let's do another sunglass. Yeah, let's do this. This is nice. I wonder what color of glass I'll have. I need yellow glass. I lack a lot of yellow because I don't have a big source of yellow dye. I have to go to Squiddy's yellow dye farm and get yellow dye. So I'm thinking I'll put yellow glass in here to kind of go with the honey blocks there. But anyway, change. There didn't used to be colored glass in Minecraft. There didn't used to be honey blocks. There didn't used to be leaf blocks. I don't think. I think there did. I know there didn't used to be dark oak. So Minecraft's always changing. Life's always changing. It can make it funner. Change is a good thing. Roll with it. So yeah, sometimes change hurts. Like phantoms. Phantom is a change that came that sucked. But it makes it so you have to have it use your beds. I have to go down to those beds down in the heart of the Chaotica to sleep just so I don't get mauled by phantoms. Which it's just me on right now. So let's go do that. Look, Doozy changed it so my little NPC here looks at you. And Doozy is a mod, and Doozy said he couldn't get, or I don't know, Doozy might be a sheep. I don't know. Doozy, they couldn't put source blocks. I wanted fire or lava in this little NPC's hand. But they can't do that anymore. So, sleeping through this night. Hola, gata. And let's finish up the last part of building a block or a cube is getting rid of all the excess. Oh, let's go look in here. See this chest here? Look at all that runic armor. Look at this one. I need to power up this runic armor. Work with the Ankeg. Did you see that glitch? It's been glitching like that lately. And then here's my other armor. So this one is Snout, Vex, Flow. Vex is pretty nice. I like that purple. Flow, Dune. Dune, it's got like a little dot right there. I don't know. It's like the belly button. Spire, this is one of my first set. Really got that? She hates that. And then this is my, oh, this is a flow. Why do I have two flows? Is that the same? Let's see. Yeah, got the little thing here and the little thing there. Yeah, I guess I made a green one. But all these are, is that the same? No, that's Snout. That's different than this belly button. That's a belly button, and that's a belly button. I don't like belly button armors. And this one looks like you got a zipper down your whole body. That's a zipper suit. Yeah, Flow's the best. If you're not rocking Flow, there's something weird. Spire's pretty good. It's like, that's like the Omega symbol. And let's see what I got over here. I need to do Wayfinder, Host, Sentry, Wild. I don't know what Wild looks like. Coast. I got almost all the stuff for Coast. Ward, Tide, Bolt, and Eye. These are the ones I've done. Wow, there's a lot of trims. I need a whole, like, I do not have enough space for all these. Then I got runic armor. What am I gonna do? I need to have an armor room. An armor room for my armor runes. Okay, now I'm just flying around and rambling. But that is what the Chaotica is about, so who cares? That's ooh, what do I got going on in here? Look at all these glow inks. That's fun. So a neat thing you can do with rotten flesh. So this server has numerous quality of life mods. I don't want to just fly back up there, so let's home be it. Let's look through the auto sorter. Ooh, there's what I want. So you can take zombie meat, the classic. What do you do with this? What am I going to do with all this zombie meat? It's a waste. On this server, you can throw it in there. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm glad I did that. And zombie meat will flow into here eventually. Flow into here, and it will cook it into leather. And leather, you can do all sorts. You can make books. Turn that into bookshelves. I can make a cube of bookshelves one day if I wanted. That's a lot of work. What else can you do? You can make saddles. You can do anything with leather. And that's all from zombie meat. That's my secret of the day. Is on Novylen, you can cook zombie meat into leather. Okay, that's a good video for the morning. Enjoy. Holler if you want to do a collab, or if you see that I'm doing something stupid, be like, hey, Gossinger, I want to teach you something. I will let you teach me whatever. I don't care. I need to learn more things in Minecraft. There's all sorts I don't know. So, if you watch this and you want to teach me something, hit me up and we will do a collab.